Prison begins with a strip search. They get me to change and search for any drugs and whatnot. 2 male officers inspect my bottom half, but 2 female officers inspect my top half. This story is about how I found myself as a woman in a male's prison. At first, I get a cell to myself, and I'm terrified. I just want to get through the night. A week later, I was looking forward to a phone call with my partner, and when I got on the phone, I couldn't hear. This dude was walking up and down the hall saying some real out of space shit. I yelled at him. So they put us in our cells to cool off. Later on, the same guy was looking at me and mumbling under his breath. "What'd you call me?" I asked. "I called you a faggot." So I punched him. 2 guards handcuffed me and they took me to Unit 1, the punishment unit. Unit 1 means isolation, and you're only allowed out for an hour a day. It felt like all the colour had been drained from the world. 3 days later, when they came to take me to another cell, I was surprised to find that Unit 1 was where I would be staying. Spending 21 hours in your cell a day, it's excruciating. There's no space to move. It's like the prison couldn't come up with a good, safe way to deal with me, and I was being punished for it. My mind was breaking, all these crazy conversations in my head at night, losing sleep, revisiting all the stuff that led me to prison in the first place. When I was 16 years old, I felt like I was definitely a girl. It was scary because you're wary of how the world might react. When I came out to my dad and my stepmom, I felt really lonely and isolated. They could have helped me move forward, but urged me to keep it secret. A whole world felt like it had opened up to me, but it was shut down. Conflict at home resulted in me getting punched in the face a few times, so I felt unsafe and unwilling to be there. After high school, I moved out. I couch surfed and eventually became homeless. I was really suicidal and using drugs. With heroin, it was like everything just floated away. My relationship at the time was turbulent. There were a lot of drugs, arguments, and physical abuse from my side. It got worse. I was charged with assaulting 2 police officers and then went to prison. So I'd been inside for about 5 months. When I finally got to go back to court, I just wanted out. Mentally fried from enduring days of isolation. I felt like I was being punished unfairly just because I was a vulnerable prisoner. After the hearing, I realized I wouldn't be going home. I flipped out. I was angry because I felt like I wasn't being listened to. I walked out and started yelling. This guard grabbed me from behind. I thought he was attacking me, so I turned around to hold him at arm's length away from me. I was placed in punishment regime again. They came to me and said, "Because of your little stint with the guards at Video Link, we're sending you to mainstream." So after 5 months in segregation, all of a sudden I'm allowed to go to mainstream prison and share a cell with a dude. It was terrifying. I got to the end cell and I looked back towards the gate. Everyone was standing in the hallway, staring at me. I heard someone say, "What the fuck?" I was getting everyone's attention. I felt constantly harassed, and there was no privacy. I felt like I had lost control of my identity and my body. Being a trans woman in a male prison, you just don't get to do just prison. You have to be experienced constantly by other people. There were a few people that looked out for me, but in those few weeks, I did have some run-ins. One day, I was in my cell and these 2 dudes came in and pressured me to suck their dicks. I was telling them I didn't want to. They kept going and I didn't know what to do. So I finally conceded and went to do it, and they left before I had to. I'm glad I didn't have to do it, but I still feel like I had all my power taken away from me. Where was the concern for my safety? I felt very angry the prison would put me in that position. A few weeks later, I was granted bail and I was going home. I used the time to reflect and consolidate my actions and experiences leading up to going to prison. I still have the same anger, and it's tough. I managed to stay a year sober after getting out, but I'm not sober now. There's definitely a scenario in which I could have done prison, which didn't put me through such a traumatic, horrible experience. I'm not hopeful about the future. I'm just doing things so that I have a future, and hopefully I find hope along the way.